What's going on, guys? This is Burrs. I'm here with Nate Murray here at Lanco Tactical, and we're going to talk about this Red Hills Tactical scope cover. And they were kind enough to actually put my name on the other side of it here. But we're going to talk about what our thoughts are on it, and it's made in the USA, which is a positive. And so Nate, do you have any experience with scope covers, and what's your experience there?
Oh yeah, for those of us that come from the Scout Sniper community, most guys are familiar with scope cover. You don't always have a drag bag, you don't always need a drag bag, but at the same time you want to protect the most valuable part of your rifle, which is your crown, which this is protected by this little cover here, and then your actual optic. So a lot of times what I'll do is, I have one made by Eagle Industries. It's old as dirt, but I'll put the rifle alongside my ruck, basically like this, vertically, and strap it in against my rucksack, and then I'll carry my M4. It's good enough to protect the weapon, protect the optic and the crown, get from point A to point B, get to your hide site, go ahead and just pop it off your ruck and set your rifle up. So it's something that's nice to have, even just for doing stalking exercises, walking through the woods, whatever, to protect your optics. So it's a good piece of gear to have. It's worthwhile having for a scoped rifle, especially if you put a lot of money into an expensive optic.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and go down this and take a look at the construction of it and such. So the one thing that I noticed on it was, it's a little bit tight here, where the end of the barrel will go, the crown, if you will. What are your thoughts on that? I think it could be a little bit bigger.
Yeah, it's definitely tight on the muzzle here.
That's because we have the brake on there.
Yeah, I mean it has a muzzle brake, but even if you have a smooth barrel, I think it'd be a little bit tight. It's got this microfiber lining it, which if I bought this, I mean it's really well made, but I'm not really sure I need this microfiber lining. If it was mine, I would probably just pull it out like I just did and then cut it off. It's definitely too small to fit the majority of sound suppressors out there, so it's going to be used for a rifle that doesn't have a sound suppressor installed, which isn't the end of the world. I mean, most of them are like that, but this is something to take into consideration too. It's cool that you can pop that off real quick, so if you don't want to use the muzzle cover, you can use it just as a scope cover.
Right.
So you got 3 larger Fastex buckles here. You pop those off, pull the handle, and you take this off, and you're good to go. I like that it has that same microfiber lining that I don't like in the muzzle protector, but you have it on the inside here, so it's not going to scratch from your rifle.
I like that.
This looks like you can even lay it out flat and use it like kind of as a miniature shooting pad too, like your elbow or whatever like that. Neat thing I like about this that we've seen a lot of the other scope covers is this little pocket here on the outside. It's got Velcro, which is loud. I don't like that, but I like that you have this pocket where you could keep box of ammo, you keep a spare magazine if you wanted. I don't think I'd be rolling with a spare box of ammo in this pouch, but just to keep your data book in, some small tools with elastic here. Here we go, put our Allens in there. That's pretty neat. It's a well thought out add-on to a pretty versatile piece of gear that way.
I think as far as, even though the Velcro is loud, I think the fact that, and some companies will do this, they'll put the Velcro all the way down the bottom, and they have nowhere to grip to get it. So even though they did use Velcro, they let this little lip here so you can actually get it off. But what would you rather see instead of Velcro in there?
You could secure it with 2 smaller Fastex buckles. I'm having to adjust a little bit. But, a little trick that I use for if I have too much Velcro, like this is a lot of Velcro, what you do is you can just get strips of Velcro from fabric store, Joanne Fabrics, whatever. Just cut little squares and put it so it's kind of like, it's not the whole strip. It's basically blocking the hook from engaging in the loop. So you can do some field fixes on it. It's not the end of the world. I wouldn't fault it completely for that, but like you said, I'm glad that they put the Velcro at the top, so you have that little pulled tab creating that edge there.
Yeah, so to go more stalker mode, you'd rather see some Fastex on there.
Yeah, Velcro is not the end of the world, but like I said, there's a time and place that it might not be a good thing. Like if you're out, you say you put on a hunting rifle, this would definitely be something you can put on, your favorite deer rifle, and if you're up in your tree stand and it's raining, and oh, okay, I have my my scope cover and my rifle to keep my optic dry, but then all of a sudden you see, a buck coming 100 yards away, that Velcro sound could potentially scare them off. Or if you have a military gun, it could potentially let the enemy know that you're there. So, like I said, it's not the worst thing in the world, but
time and place. Yeah, so I think that it's constructed really well. Like I said, it's made in the USA, which is great, and the buckles that are on here, also really good. The stitching on here looks pretty good.
Yeah, good stitch work. It's bar tacked and all the stress
Exactly.
points. I mean, it's pretty heavy duty webbing. It feels like it's 500D Cordura. Maybe it's a little bit heavier than that, but no, it's well made. It's definitely a well made American product. So
Yeah, and we'll support those all day long. So that's a little review there of the Red Hills Tactical scope cover. I'll put the links down below to it. Thank you for your time tonight. Nate.
anytime.
Appreciate it. And we'll get all the links down below. So if you guys have any questions, go and let me know. If you have any comments, go ahead and put them down there in the place for the comments. Until next time, later.
That is so creepy.
What, you looked in the mirror?
Cherry? Root beer.